Are you gonna help us load it, sir?
Yeah.
You gonna push?
I'll try.
You'll try. That is awesome. Worldwide shipping is available on this cream puffer. What a great day to be alive. Once in a lifetime opportunity. Runs hard. Wow. Outstanding. So grab your cup of Joe and let's go. Alex, how are you?
Great.
Thanks for doing this.
No problem.
All right, today we're going to talk about the 1980 CJs. We specialize in 76 to 86. 76 was a huge year for the change of the Jeeps, and so was 80. Big, big year. So we're going to talk about the base Jeeps, the Renegades, the Golden Eagle, the Golden Hawk, and the Laredo. We have them all lined up here. Now they're all in different conditions. Keep in mind we can restore any of these to as new condition. The first one we have here is an alpaca brown Golden Eagle, which is color code, I believe 9A. Is that right, Alex?
Sounds about right.
It is. This is also an H code factory V8, and it's going to be a 7PK, which is what you're going to see in the Golden Eagle, the Golden Hawk, and the Laredo. 7PK is the tan denim with the purse straps. It's basically what the Laredo seats morphed into from 80 all the way to 86.
Right.
What else is significant in 1980 is the transmission and transfer case options changed, in my opinion, for the better. The earlier Jeeps had a T150 3-speed, which was a good transmission, a T18 4-speed, which was special order and crazy rare, and an SR4, which was somewhere between not and good and actually bad. Now this is a T176 Dana 300, so we had a much easier, better shifting 4-speed instead of the 3-speed. The Dana 300 is a much upgraded transfer case as opposed to a Dana 20. You agree?
I agree.
Because you've worked at both of them all the time. I'm not saying don't buy a 76 to 79, but 1980 is a huge pivotal year. Another thing that came into play in 1980 was the dual speaker dash, but they didn't all get it. So if you look in here, this one does not have it. And as we go down this road, they're not all going to have it. So, and this is the final year of the Golden Eagle. Of course, it's going to be non-Levi's that year, even though the seats look the same. Now, one of the rare CJs of all time, and this one is rougher than a stucco bathtub, but it still needs to be restored, is a Golden Hawk. Now, you see how this Golden Eagle and the Golden Hawk do have gold tinted windows. That's carried throughout the Golden Eagle, the Golden Hawk, and the Laredo, so you're going to know that you've got the correct windows in the hardtop, and that is special for these Jeeps only. The Golden Hawk is basically the same as a Golden Eagle with a different decal kit. Now let's see what's special about this one. It's a 6-cylinder power steering Jeep, so not a V8. And again, these years, which you're going to see one here, there's an absolute anomaly. Everything was an option. Some people assumed that you stepped way up and got a Golden Eagle, a Golden Hawk, Laredo, you got everything. Well, you didn't. So this is a 6-cylinder versus that one is a V8. It's going to have the same 7PK interior. It looks like chestnut brown metallic, which is going to be color code OM. They only made a little bit over 600 of these Golden Hawks.
That's pretty rare.
Crazy rare. And we've saved some rougher than this just because of the rarity. But if you had a Golden Hawk like this, you want us to restore it, we certainly can and will. We're trying to never part out a Golden Hawk. Now, if you look inside this one, this is going to be a little bit later in production. This has got the dual speaker dash. So that is one difference between this one and that one. And this is also a T176 4-speed Dana 300 Jeep. So in 1980, we just looked at two CJ7s. There was roughly 38,000 of those built and 24,000 CJ5s, which the 5s are generally always rare. Now we've got one that's featured on this week's Coffee Walk, the rescue of this 1980 OJ. As we know in the past, is a very rare color. It's called teal blue. Well, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I was going to say good morning, but it's just lunchtime, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just now lunchtime.
How are you guys doing?
We are doing great. Eric Scott.
Hi, Dennis Collins.
Good to meet
Love
you.
the shirt, sir.
Thank you.
What's your name?
Marshall.
Marshall. Look at that. It's got him Collins Brothers shirt on.
Yeah, we actually went to Collins Brothers to pick up some parts one day, and they gave him that shirt.
Outstanding.
Yeah.
That's good for my staff, huh?
Yeah, they were great.
What a beautiful place.
Yeah. Thank you.
Wow.
I think we've got about 6 inches of rain in the last 12 hours, probably.
We've got a lot too.
Yeah, that's the driveway's washed out down there, and it's just muddy around here.
Beautiful house. Let's go check out the Jeep.
Yeah, well.
How long have you had it?
I've had it a few months probably.
Okay. Did you find it locally?
Well, my dad does a lot of storage auctions, like the little mini warehouses.
Yeah, yeah.
And he's always sending me links and pictures of, you need to buy this, you need to bid on this one or that one, and I don't ever do any of that stuff.
Okay.
Well, he sent me a picture of one with this Jeep in there, and there's a bunch of stuff piled around it and piled on it, and I have the picture.
Okay.
And I said, well, I've got a bid on that one. I've had a few Jeeps here and there. I like CJs. I'm a fan of the channel, so I know a little bit from what you talk about.
Thank you for watching.
Yeah, and so I bid on it. It was in Keller.
Okay.
Sure you know where that's at.
So Texas Jeep.
Texas Jeep. Very little to no rust. I believe it's original paint. But I'm interested to hear what you have to say about it.
Okay. Well, from here it looks like original paint.
Yeah.
Kind of a rare color, teal blue. I bet that's what that is.
I tried to do a little bit of research on it. Not a lot of, couldn't find a whole lot of information. Like it looks like in '80 they didn't make a whole lot of them. But
well, as far as the color is pretty rare, but they actually made 38,000 CJ7s in '80, so they made a lot of them.
This is a 5, right?
Yes. Oh, it is a 5.
Yeah,
yep,
the hood prop is in the back of the Jeep.
I didn't even look at the side of it. It is a 5. Yeah, it is. 5s are definitely rarer than 7s.
Okay.
So it is an 80. It is color code OJ Teal Blue. It left the factory as a 6-cylinder.
Okay.
So it's now got a V8 in it.
Okay.
Which to me, I think Alex would agree with that. When you're doing a V8 conversion on a CJ, as long as you're using an AMC motor.
Yeah, I don't think.
Is that what that is?
Yeah, it's acceptable. Okay. So it's either a 304 or 360.
I think it has a 4-speed trans. That's what it says on the knob anyway.
Yeah, so in 1980 was the first year where they changed the transfer case to the Dana 300. But it was also the first year of the T176, which is your straight stick shifter, 4-speed. 2 huge upgrades for CJs.
Yeah.
The other thing is 80 was the first year of high back seats.
Okay.
This one is a 3PK. So those would have been the two-tone blue.
Yeah, with the
purse straps, high backs. So they basically look like a Golden Eagle, Golden Hawk, or Laredo seat, but they were blue.
Wow.
That's really cool.
Really cool, and really hard to find those seats. I know a guy has some, but
So in that storage unit, there was 2 sets of seats,
okay,
which I put them both in the Jeep, but I don't think they're original to the Jeep. There's a set of seats in the back, and then a set of seats up here.
none of the seats are original. Levi's blue dash pad.
You can tell the horn button.
Yeah. So in 80, the center, yeah, it's missing, unfortunately. But right here, that was a 1-year only button.
Oh.
It actually just had the American Motors flag only. Stuff like that we normally don't sell for reasons like finding a Jeep like this.
Right.
So we've got the horn button, we've got the seats, we've got the right carpet. Boy, I don't know if we have a really good dash pad or not though, Alex.
No.
This is also kind of a big deal to me and to most people. The dash has not been cut over there for a speaker, and it has not been cut for a radio.
Like an aftermarket.
Right, so this dash is great.
The motor does turn over, so it's not locked up. And we recently started a new pest control company, and so I need the space in my shop for the different trucks and stuff we've got going on. I'm going to get rid of this too.
Okay. Rocker boys are good, Alex, which are important. These are tough to get.
Yeah.
Man, I'm almost thinking that this needs to go patina style.
I think so. Clear coat it.
Let's see how rusty it is.
A little bit.
This floor is good.
Yeah, she's not rusty.
Really good. Texas Jeeps are amazing. And it's not undercoated either. Or very little.
And that's why I contacted you on it, because who's going to have the parts and pieces to finish it? Who's going to be able to do it right? I was like,
on the 1980 stuff, it's tough because it's 1 year only. We do have everything for this. Again, I'm not saying we've hoarded this stuff, but we keep it for reasons like this.
Yeah.
I'd hate to part this Jeep out. Oh, can you see what motor's in it?
304.
It's got 304, that's good.
okay.
Because you could have got a 304 in this Jeep. 76 to early 81, but that conversion doesn't bother me.
No. So I assume the guy that had this, he was into vintage stuff. So this lawnmower was hid behind the Jeep in that stall.
Very cool.
And apparently it's a 2-stroke commercial grade snapper, and then he had all the paperwork here for the mower. And
that's crazy.
Yeah, I've never seen such a thing. Didn't even know they made a 2-stroke mower.
Didn't Forrest Gump ride a snapper?
And because I was a gazillionaire and I liked doing it so much, I cut that grass for free.
I think he did. No, I didn't know they made a 2-stroke lawnmower here. That thing must be crazy.
Yeah, I hear that it's rare and like the dealer prep paperwork.
Look at this.
5 horsepower too.
That's really neat. Wow.
So the paperwork on the lawnmower, it still has the tag up here on the little deal where it was in the shop. It dates everything to around 2014. So I think the Jeep was in storage for a little over 10 years.
Okay.
Along with the lawnmower.
That's good to know.
Tire date codes, everything ties into being right around 2014.
One thing I've never seen before is how they connected the roll bar to the rear bumper.
I'm going to have to say I've probably never seen that either. I'll tell you what, they'd sure be safe though.
Yeah.
And for a CJ5, the #1 option you want, bar none, is tilt.
Yes.
And it's got it.
It's got it.
And it still has the original tilt lever knob, which is unusual. Do you have the right one on yours yet?
Of course I do.
Okay. Where'd you find that?
I don't know. There's just a box of them.
I was going to tell you, I don't need to tell you. Anyways, this is called a big end knob. It doesn't have the rubber end on it. It's got the hard plastic in it. It's in good shape. That's a nice piece. Eric, I like it. How about I just pay you what you're asking for it?
That sounds good. That's
right.
fair.
Are you going to help us load it, sir?
Yeah.
You going to push?
I'll try.
You'll try.
When we brought it home, he completely cleaned it out because they had stuff stored inside it, you know, from the unit. And so he completely cleaned it out, then he hand washed it. And it's been sitting here ever since.
Well, good man.
Yeah.
Then you're a part of this deal. We're on Oil Field Road, and these pump jacks are actually original to this place. And the restaurant we're going to, the beef is raised right behind him on the fence line. Beautiful view out here in Ennis. Look at that. Smooth. This one was ready to leave. If they don't find us, that means they're ready to go.
Yep.
Ready to go to Collins Brothers to get resurrected. Pretty cool. I'll buy anything. So this is a jalapeno artichoke dip. This is their recipe. Well, I think they said the grandmother. I'm not going to do the bread. I'm just going to try this. Whoa, I bet that's hot. Alex is not much on green stuff. Are you going to try a Brussels sprout today?
I won't. I'll try the potatoes though.
Okay. When you try the potatoes, I'll try this. So Wagyu beef, literally from the ranch behind your house. Medium rare on a Caesar. And this is lunch. This is how they do it in Ennis. That is fantastic. Let's try the Caesar. I feel like I'd eat dinner for lunch. I wouldn't change a thing. So if you come to Fern in the Wild, those are the 3 appetizers for sure. Wagyu beef on the Caesar salad. Thank y'all for the recommendation.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for being here. 1980 color code OJ Teal Blue Renegade.
Pretty cool Jeep.
Which is a rare color that really looks good when you shoot it and it gets bright out of the gun. Now this one you could go either way, whether you go the patina look is solid enough that you can do that. And you guys just watched the episode on the rescue and the find all this. We told you what we're going to do to it. We did it. We cut all the craziness off the front of it. And this is a factory 6-cylinder Jeep, so we took the motor out. Because in our opinion, it needs to go back to a 6-cylinder.
I think so.
And this motor is now alive in a late 79 build, correct date code for that Jeep that it needed. Now, we've got 3PK is going to be blue denim with the Italian purse straps. High backs. Now this is a nice option, tilt wheel. which see those Golden Eagles and the Golden Hawks, you would just assume they would have that because they were such high-end Jeeps.
Yep.
Well, whoever the Darryl in apparel didn't check the right boxes of those two Jeeps. Again, this is back to an early production 80, no speaker, but T176, Dana 300, cool color, needs to be saved. So we can either build it this way as a patina style Jeep, or we can do the full-blown restoration. We also cut all the nonsense off the back of it and all the craziness off the roll bar. We haven't quite finished all that up yet, but it is a Texas Jeep. It's not rust-free, but it's solid. It needs to be saved. Next, we got Olympic White 9B, which has always been a really popular color for Jeep CJs. And again, this is a CJ5 in what appears to be original paint, which again, I think one in this condition. These will actually polish out really well. We're going to show you one at the tail end that was close to this condition when you started on it?
It was, yeah.
Okay. So again, 9B Olympic White. Ooh.
Yeah.
So there you go. Somebody ordered a 4-cylinder. No tilt. But in a great color combo with the 3PK. Blue denim Italian purse straps. Now here's what happens again with Darryl in apparel. I say apparel, he probably went in the apparel department, he's in the ordering department. Didn't check the box for a 6-cylinder or V8. A lot of guys assumed, even back in the day, and I've talked to guys that work there, it's like, man, we just assumed if we ordered a Renegade or a Golden Eagle or a Laredo, we were going to get a 6-cylinder. No. This is an Iron Duke 4-cylinder. So in 1980, the code for that was B, and we consider that as bad. And then later on, the 4-cylinder went to U, which is, we would just consider that undesirable, but not terrible. These Iron Duke motors, some people like them, some people don't. The positive side of having one with an Iron Duke in it, if you want to go this route, we don't like to do it, but that bolt pattern is the same as a Chevrolet motor. So a lot of these were converted to Chevrolet powered, but we like to put, if we were going to build this Jeep, we would build it with a 6-cylinder probably. Now, something else we haven't touched on is there was an SR4.
Favorite transmission.
Yeah, so the SR4 most people think was in 1981. They also came in the 80s. It is the worst transmission ever put in a CJ. The way you can see it is you can look on the shift knob, push down and go in reverse. They are crazy light duty transmissions. It's okay for the 151 Iron Duke, but the other problem is when you go to rebuild one that's having issues, the tolerance is gone and there's just no really good parts to rebuild them. That is the transmission to stay away from, especially on a Jeep that's approaching some miles. So we've got B for bad and SR4. I never really thought about that as super. What would be a good R for negative word? Well, you guys put that in the comments. We got B for bad and S for, I don't know where the R is for a bad word. But we would convert this Jeep to a T176. That's the way to go. Neat Jeep, good color, white blue, looks stunning when done. Next up, the John Belushi Jeep. We have confirmed that those guys did buy from Judith Belushi, not that I doubted them. And we have one of our viewers sent in a picture of it, which is really cool, with John Belushi standing in front of it.
I haven't seen that.
This is in 1981. We knew the chrome grill cover was wrong, so we took it off, and we knew the rocker mornings were wrong, because they were installed funny, so we took those off. So a big thanks and shout out to that. We have also confirmed that several people sent in that Dan Aykroyd did in fact get the exact same Jeep as John Belushi, optioned the same way. So I want to give a shout out to Peter Hall at Broadway Screen Printing. There's a Polaroid photo of John Belushi in front of this Jeep that was taken behind Take It Easy Baby Clothing Store in Oak Bluffs, Massachusetts. So thanks, Peter, for that. Yes, we did send him some swag. So if you guys have any pictures of Dan Aykroyd or John Belushi in these Jeeps, please send them to social@cbjeep.com. This is another example of people assume when you ordered a V8 Jeep, you got all kinds of stuff. Dan Aykroyd and John Belushi, they did sit down and order these Jeeps. This is how they wanted them. It is a factory V8 Jeep. NP1 black. And they did order power steering. And what else was really odd is they ordered, which was the first year for this, the factory chrome wheels, which you can see, and those are 80 only wheels because they've got no holes drilled in for the center caps. and you still had the larger hub in the front where the center cap would not even go over it. So what's the seat code on this, Alex? This is an odd one.
It is 1CE.
So 1CE, 1 Charlie Edward. That's going to be a black low back, which is what it still has in it. So we got black low back seats, and again, an earlier production dash with no speaker on the left, no tilt. So you have a V8, low backs, chrome wheels, hardtop, power steering. I would imagine that those two Jeeps are the only two that were built like this. Very odd on the option side. Next up, we've got an absolute stud here. And again, Daryl in apparel messed up. We bought this Jeep from the original owner, really switched on guy. Fantastic car collection. He's still with us, fortunately, and he's been mad since 1980. So, read the seat code in this, which is crazy, crazy rare.
6PN.
6 Paul Nancy instead of 6PK, which is what you always see in the Golden Eagles and the Golden Hawks in most Laredos. Now, if you look inside this Jeep, it is stunning. It's beige with Italian leather purse straps. From what I could tell, what we've looked at over the years, this was only offered for 90 days, and this is only the third one we have ever seen in going on 41 years. There has been some questions over the years of which Jeeps got hood pads and which ones didn't. My opinion, the hood pads go underneath whatever got a stripe kit. That's just Dennis's opinion. I've only seen 9,200 of these. Nicely optioned Jeep. He said, I went in and ordered it, said, I want you to check every single box. So let's just see if they did. It's got power steering. It's got power brakes. It is a Laredo. Look at the interior. That's the original delivery tag on the radiator. And you got a slew of options on Laredo. This is the first year they did it, as far as your mirrors, the grille, chrome wheels again, chrome front bumper. So they neglected to order tilt. And when they went to the powertrain auction, they didn't mess with it. So the guy assumed he was going to get a V8 Laredo in 1980. I talked to him a couple times. Still mad. He got a 4-cylinder, bad, SR4, which is seriously not rad, as a powertrain. But the Jeep itself is just stud as far as condition-wise. Really special door panels for 80 in Laredo, special beige dash pad. I mean, the condition of this Jeep is absolutely amazing. And the color code on this Jeep is 9P, which I believe is Bordeaux. So Bordeaux was a mid-year 79 color, pretty rare and generally used on the Golden Eagles. And to see a Bordeaux Laredo in this condition is unheard of. 52,000 mile 4-cylinder. This was for sale. It's on the website. These other ones are not on the website, but we will certainly build them for you or sell them as is. This one's also for sale on the website. Again, another 9B Olympic white Jeep, but cool. in much better conditions. Yeah. This Jeep's been fully serviced, runs and drives. And what I'd like to point out of this is you see a frame cover on this Jeep. You haven't seen them on there. So most people believe the frame covers were released in 1981. They were actually released in 1980 as an accessory item that you got through the Jeep book. Came in a little box with instructions, which we actually have. It's kind of neat. So we elected to put one on here because you could have got it. V8. I'm starting to like this Jeep a little bit more. Power steering. And this one still has all its factory smog equipment on it. Smog pump and a backfire valve, air injection rails. And again, the color code for the interior of this one, Alex?
3PK.
Yep, so that's blue denim with Italian purse straps. These seats have been redone. They're not exactly the OE spec, but they're nice. I like them.
T176.
T176, Dana 300, power steering V8. This is stud.
Yeah.
Tilt wheel. 68,000 miles, and this Jeep is ready to enjoy. Love it. Just a cool Jeep. And last but not least, I'm going to let Alex tell you about his Jeep. If I need to jump in, I will, but I'm pretty sure I'm not going to need to.
You can jump in.
Okay. Well, why don't you kind of run us through the start and the finish of what you've done to this Jeep?
So when I picked up the Jeep, it looked more like the other patina Jeeps at the very end. It was a little bit nicer, but it did barely rain and drove. It was I wouldn't say a one family owned Jeep, but it it went to the cousins, and you know,
so it's
whole life.
Coolest. I'm gonna interrupt.
Okay.
So what really drew Alex to this Jeep is a color combo, because growing up, he's from a Jeep family. I've actually sold his dad Jeeps, and I know what they had in the past. He showed me pictures, but around their house, the first one I think that you showed me pictures of was an 86.
Yep.
Red, Sebring red.
Sebring red, honey interior.
Honey interior Laredo.
Yeah.
So next best thing, since we haven't been able to find one of those for you, is this Jeep. So go ahead.
I found this Jeep.
Yep.
So ended up working out a deal. They mainly use it for on their ranch, going in the mailbox and stuff. But I just went through it head to toe. Brakes, fuel system.
Well,
Make sure the engine didn't leak.
Let's see if it's a 4-cylinder or 6-cylinder V. I love the patina paint, and you didn't clear this.
Nope, this is all cut and buffed.
Turned out great. I'm a fan of the patina paint. Wow. Looks a whole lot different than it did when you bought it.
Yeah, so I can't leave anything alone, so I had to, I pulled the motor, detailed it up, serviced it, put it back. Over its life, it did have, I guess the battery leaked out, and it looked similar to this on the fender well, so I did paint the fender and part of the firewall, just to...
You know, that firewall area is normally bad, even on short mile stuff.
Yeah.
Because the batteries bleed out a little bit, and they, quite honestly, they didn't paint that area very good from new.
Yeah, I didn't like it, it bugged me, so went ahead and made it nice.
Looks like you added the Collins Brothers power brake kit.
I did. I added power steering and power brake, just make it really a nice driver.
So if you want to add power steering to your CJ, you've heard me say this over the years, a lot of the reasons we get these really short mile ones is Daryl and Apparel forgot to order power steering on the Jeep, and they're tough to drive.
Yep.
So we do have complete power steering setups for all the 76 to 86s in stock. It takes us a little while after you order it, because a lot of these pieces you have to get out of the wrecking yard, right?
Yeah.
Not all of this is available, and that power brake upgrade's a no-brainer, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Just
Night
not
and day difference.
a lot of time to do it. And I see you got the proper, Kelsey made you an emissions decal, we got a caution fan decal, 258 decal. I love it. Now, color. You haven't memorized yet?
I know it's Cardinal Red.
There you go, that's OP.
Yep.
And again, what's neat is on the Renegade, the 7PK, you got the same interior as a Golden Eagle Laredo, which in the following years that did not carry over from 81 and up. So Alex has the absolute top interior you could get at the time.
I tried my best to recreate it with all the modern materials we have nowadays. I believe there's other people trying to recreate this. I believe this is the closest thing you can get besides the original material.
Yeah, and it's tough.
Yeah.
We do have the material, and we do recreate the seats. It is, you're going to have sticker shock. If you need them, we can recreate any of these seats you've seen today. Even the beige interior, but difficult, time-consuming, and expensive. I see you did the armrest pad.
I did do the center console armrest pad. Does have the dual speakers, has retro sound radio, tack, clock, and tilt.
Really nicely optioned Jeep. So there you have it. 1980 was a huge pivotal year for many, many reasons. But let's just walk down this road real fast and tell people what's going on. So your T176, you had a tall, straight 6, reversed to the right and back. The other cool thing they did in 1980 with the T176, and you've been under this in your Jeep, I don't know if you noticed it, but that Dana 300 is special, is it's a short shaft.
Okay, I didn't know that.
So, and we'll show you one as we have it pulled out. It's kind of hard. You can't really point it out in the Jeep, but a short shaft Dana 300 transfer case, which only came in the CJ5, forever was incredibly sought after when everybody's lifting their Jeeps, because that alone would fix your pinion angle. So if you're having a pinion angle problem, and even try those kinds of special tri-shafts in your CJ7, call us. We just happen to have 10 or 12, which is rare. We used to not sell them, short shaft Dana 300. So let's go take a look at the transmissions and transfer cases out of the Jeeps. Well, now we're back at the shop, and here's actually a Bordeaux metallic Jeep that just came out of the booth, so you can see what it's like before it actually has a Laredo or a Golden Eagle or Golden Hawk stripe kit. This is actually a Golden Eagle right there. So over to the transmissions. This is an SR4. You see this style shifter with reverse press down and to the left. Extremely undesirable. They're okay. The Jeeps get up about 70 or 80,000 miles. they get out of tolerance, they pop out of reverse. It's really not a transmission you want to attempt to rebuild. Here's your other 80 option, which is a T176, a fantastic transmission. When you see this in the Jeep, you're gonna have a straight stick, reverse to the right and down. Now the 79s, when you're comparing these two, this is your T150. You have the external gear set on it when you see it sitting on the ground. And here is the Dana 20 transfer case that the gear actually went into for the T150. These are not bad transmissions. They're very strong, very reliable, but it's almost kind of like tractor-ish. This is a better shift, a better feel. Now we come over here to the Dana 300 transfer cases. This transfer case right here, this long shaft for a CJ7, and you can see this is an 80. It does have the 80 tall, very tall shift lever. This would be a CJ5 Dana 300, and you can see the difference. This is shorter. Now, 1979, even though we're focused on 1980, because some people out there are going to realize they're missing a transmission. This is a T18. This is an absolute monster transmission, basically heavy-duty truck. The first gear was a Grady gear, 632 to 1 low. These are extremely rare to see in a CJ. Of course, you're going to get the Dana 20 transfer case with it. We generally see these in Jeeps out of Colorado. Now, this is a complete setup pulled out of a 1979 that was a good transmission. We do have these in stock if you're looking for this extremely rare transmission, even though this is 79 and not 80, which is kind of not as relatable to what we're talking about. Here's another 80 that we're doing a frame-up restoration on. Now this is your T176 in the Jeep and your Dana 300. Now in 1979, here's a California Golden Eagle with a T18 in it, and you see that monster shifter with the T18 has got an S-curve in it. Not to be confused with this 1980 SR4 S-curve shifter, the strongest transmission probably ever put in a CJ. Well, it is the strongest, and this is the lightest duty. When you come over here, we've got actually have a California 79 white Golden Eagle with a T18 in it. Now this is something we didn't hit on real close, but the steering wheels also changed in 1980. This is a 79 wheel. The 80 wheels were a different style with a different horn button. That's not every single new item on the 1980, but the 1980 was a fantastic year for improvements on the Jeep CJ. If you own a 1980 CJ7 or you're servicing it, these two things are a must. Owner's manual, service manual. Now that is a serious one, even with the supplements. So this is everything for the body, chassis, mechanical, every single thing in a 1980 that you could possibly ask the question. So don't bug your neighbor, don't bug the local guy down at the auto parts store, and don't get on the Jeep forums. Buy this. The price of one of these is about 1 or 1.5 hours of labor that you're going to save easily from having somebody else turn the wrench. And we also have every single decal that ever came on a 1980, whether it's the emissions decal, caution fan decal, air filter element, all the ones that came in the glove box door, cow letters, emissions decals, VIN decal that goes inside the driver's quarter. We've got them all. cbjeep.com.
As always, please
like, tag, share, and follow, and most importantly, subscribe to our YouTube channel. See you next week.